Where do you stand on the Redskins and the name change thing? I think there's nothing you could do. The money is spoken. The name's going to be changed. You're a former Redskin. Do you have any preference on potential names? Where do you stand on potentially changing the colors? I think most Redskins fans, at least the majority of Redskins fans, want to at least still have burgundy and gold. Where do you stand on all that?
Yeah, so first, in terms of the name change to begin with, mixed emotions.
Yeah.
I personally don't really care, right? I mean, I grew up outside of Philly. I'm really glad that I played for the Redskins. I started my career there. I actually finished my career there, which is kind of unique. Loved my experience there, but I don't really care. And in terms of the name, the only people whose opinion I really care about are Native Americans. I mean, they're the ones that the name is offensive to a certain percentage of them. I've always wanted this, though, guys, and I've never really gotten it. I would love to know, let's talk to as many Native Americans as possible, and I'd love to get a breakdown of how many of them say it's a source of pride, how many of them say it's offensive, and how many of them don't really care either way. I mean, I've seen a couple polls, but I'm sure you guys have too, but when I played there, first of all, I met multiple Native Americans that were Redskins fans in person that said that they liked the name, that it was a source of pride for them. And I've had people call into my show and say that. Obviously, there are a lot that feel otherwise. So I would just love to see what the breakdown is. It doesn't really matter at this point. They're going to change it, whatever. And I think that's probably the right decision. But now, I don't know if you guys saw or talked about it, but a bunch of the Native American organizations wrote to the NFL. They don't want any Native American names or imagery at all. Like, they want the Chiefs to change their name.
Oh, of course.
And they want that. So it might not end up being just the Redskins, which, by the way, I guess eliminates what I wanted for the name. I had posted this on my social media at Ross Tucker NFL. I think it's the background picture on my Twitter and Facebook, but it's from the Osaka, Japan game in 2002. And we wore the 70th anniversary uniforms where we looked like Florida State. You had the spear on the side of the helmet.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
out.
Our pants were we had these gold pants that were so awesome. So my recommendation was the Washington Warriors, but I guess that could still be construed as Native American imagery. I don't know. What do they say? Red Wolves, Red Tail? What are the other ones that you guys are hearing?
Warriors seems to be the leader.
Warriors the leader in the clubhouse.
Warriors the leader, but they don't know if they can do it without getting away from the Native American sort of connotation there. So even though that's not the primary.
Warriors, and I love that. I'm telling you guys, check out my Twitter picture or whatever, because I'm running out of the tunnel with John Jansen, running on the field.
Yeah, I see
it. And those uniforms are so sweet.
They just
Washington
won't fly.
Warriors. Yeah, Washington Warriors sounds great. The deal is, though, if you're going to change it, then I guess you can't have the spear on the side of the helmet, which I guess defeats the purpose.
You could have a W or something, some weird W, but that's it.
Running out with our guy Thumbs.
Because did he have two broken thumbs at one point? I can't even remember.
And he had a backwards foot. I remember that.
Oh, that was gross.
Oh, when he snapped
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember it.
Is Ross still there? I feel like we lost him.
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys talk. Are you talking about Jansen?
Yeah.
He did always have messed up thumbs. He also, you're right. I remember when he was walking around the facility with his leg on a push cart because he had messed it up so bad.
Right.
Ross, always appreciate having you on. We got to run. It's Ross Tucker, Raider.com, Sports NFL Insider. Insider Call is brought to you by the Dell Technologies Small Business Podference podcast series. It's available on Raider.com/Dell. Thanks, pal.
Absolutely. See you guys. Shout out to my nephew Tucker, who's listening in Potomac. See you guys.
Very cool. Thank you, buddy.
What's up, Tucker?